Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again. Today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make and use the Dehydrator from the Cyclic mod. The Dehydrator is a faster way to dehydrate than using the traditional drying rack that you'll use at the beginning of the game. Now, if you find this video helpful and you like it, please be sure to click like. But most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button and the little bell notification so you'll know every time a video or tutorial comes out. All right, so Dehydrator itself is pretty easy to make and something you can make relatively early game. All you need are 2 redstone, 2 blocks of clay, 1 block of iron, and 3 pieces of wood. The Dehydrator will need a power source. For this tutorial, I'm using just a creative energy battery, but any solar or generator, any RF source will work. So again, here we have the traditional drying rack. Simple piece of wood attached to another piece of wood. You can go ahead and take items and put them in there. For example, if you were to take, let's say, dirt, and grab yourself some dirt acorns, you could place those up on there. And as you can see, it's going progress 3%, 4%, 5% up there at the top. Once that reaches 100%, that will have dried into a petrified acorn. It's a relatively slow process, and you can only do 1 per drying rack, and then you have to manually unload it. So the Dehydrator takes that process and makes it a little bit easier to use. Go ahead and grab a few things here. So the Dehydrator, again, needs power, so connecting it with any type of energy source. We go inside, you'll see that there's a place you can put up to 4 different stacks of items you want to dehydrate. The item will move into there while it's dehydrating. This is the amount of power that it has. This is the amount of water that has been produced by dehydrating, and these are where your finished products go. So if I was to say take a stack of rotten flesh and place that in here, you'll see that it's converting 12 of them at a time into leather. Now when it did that, it created 500 millibuckets of water. So this can also be used as a relatively early game water source. Redstone being probably the hardest item in this entire process to get a hold of. Not too bad. And you could take those out and use them as you'd like. You can also take things like cottonwood leaves and place those in there, and that will convert them into string. It always makes a ghost one there first, but cottonwood leaves can be turned into string. Another great process early game, especially since cottonwood leaves aren't that overwhelmingly useful. Now, as you can see, this one is taking much longer to dehydrate out. So the recipe that you're using can determine how long it takes to draw out that item. But as it went through, we finally got ourselves a piece of string. Now, here in the JEI, if you look up Dehydrator and click on it and then press the letter U, it will show you the recipes of everything it can make. Clay into terracotta, dirt into gravel, ferns into dead bushes, so multiple different things. One thing I really want to draw your attention to, though, is it'll show you that you can turn saplings into sticks. You don't usually need sticks at this point in the game. You usually have quite a few of those. But I want to draw your attention to the jungle sapling. The jungle sapling says it will make a stick. But if you go further in, it also says the jungle sapling will make a vine. I'll be honest, I've yet to have this recipe happen. Anytime I put jungle saplings in here, I get sticks. I haven't found any other way to convert it, so I'm not sure if that's just an overlook or a duplication of the pack, but any type of jungle sapling I put in there always produces a stick. So if you are looking for vines, which is what that recipe was showing we could turn into, back to that real quick. Vines, I still have to use the standard drying rack. But again, you can turn a lot of things, just like the acorns we looked at the beginning, meat into leather. In early game, you get a bunch of cows going. Leather can be a bit harder to get a hold of. So this is a great way to turn some items into leather and so on. Now, this block is also very easy to automate. And that's another great block of it. So let's go, or a process of it. Let's grab that here. Sell some stuff. So we can place a chest down. Item extraction cable running into our dehydrator, then another item extraction cable running into a chest. This chest will pull items into the dehydrator. This one will pull it out into that chest. We can then also add fluid extraction cable And you can add that to the top like I'm doing, or if you don't really care to have the items coming out, you can add it on the side. As you can see, it pulled the water that we've already made from our recipes in there as well. So now when I open this up and I throw in the rest of our flesh, you'll see that it's automatically processing it, turning it into items and water. Those items are moving into this chest, and our water is filling up the tank I've placed on top. And any type of tank or black hole fluid tank, any of that stuff will work. Anything that'll hold it for you. Now, one thing I will say is if you have extra of an item, say rotten flesh, this takes 12 to convert into 1 leather, and there's only 8, and you try to add other things, that 8 is going to stay in there. So you want to make sure you have the right recipes. Most things are a 1-to-1 process. Rotten flesh is being probably one of the only ones that requires multiple. So other than that potential clog from the rotten flesh, you can pretty much run this as much as you'd like. You automate the creation of, or process of creating different dried items. So really handy, something you can make pretty early once you have a little bit of power and some redstone, and you can get a lot of the stuff you're going to need early game a lot quicker than using the drying rack. All right. Well, that is going to do it for this tutorial. If you have any questions about this tutorial or any of my tutorials, please be sure to put those down in the comments, and I'll do my very best to get back with you as quickly as I am able. As well as if you have any recommendations or suggestions for other tutorials you'd like to see in Sky Factory 4, I'm always looking for new ideas. You can also go to my website, Onlydraven.com. There at the bottom of the homepage is a place that you can submit feedback, questions, or recommendations via email. While you're there, you'll also find links to all my tutorials and videos, streaming schedule on Twitch, as well as, let's see what else we got in there. Social media links if you'd like to follow that, and just a bunch of different information, including the ODG store where you can get some cool Onlydraven gaming merchandise if it's something you're interested in. A lot of great resources on the website. I do recommend checking it out. That is going to do me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.